Hey, good morning. Christy Renee here from Mind Rewire on a drive that I have not taken in a long time by myself. And I'm just going to go do some inner reflective work in a cabin in the mountains of Boulder, Colorado. I get a chance to see my dad hopefully a few times while I'm out there, so that's what I'm hoping to do. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. Driving across the plains always gives me just time to sit and meditate and be silent, and sometimes I get prompted to turn the video on. This was one of those times. So it's about almost 8 o'clock. It's about 7:45 on Sunday morning. I think it's the 26th of 2024. And I'm doing classes on Saturday evenings or Saturday afternoons with a group of people. It's a nice small group, so it's really cool. We can, get a little bit interactive and talk and things like that. And I can answer questions while we're on there. So if you ever want to join us, find the videos. I try and post one every Friday before the class on Saturday. And we're just seeking ourselves. Right? The ancient saying is know thyself. And so that's what we're seeking, is that thyself. We want to know that part of us deeper and on such a level that there's no mistaking it. There's no denying it. There's no not being it, right? We become that which we focus on. And so that's what we're focusing on. But I was reminded this morning while driving that there are some key frequencies that we call emotions that if you focus on and actively participate in, and that's the key I think a lot of people are missing, is a lot of times we think just focusing on the frequency or focusing on raising our frequency to a specific vibration will cause us to get to that vibration. But there's an active way you can, I want to use the word force, you can force that issue. You can cause it to happen and activate the frequency in your system by actually doing the activity of said emotion. So compassion is the first one that shows up in this set, is the word I'm hearing, in this set of frequencies that we want to look at. And compassion is something that's very misunderstood by humanity. We are taught that compassion is to feel a certain way because of an issue that happened or a certain person, something that happened to them or something that's happening around them, or however you would describe that. But compassion is actually a set of frequencies within your system that is part of what your spirit is. So it's actually a combination of frequencies within your system that is part of what your spirit is. It's not something that it does, it's something that it is. So on the plane that we live on this planet, in this universe, if you practice compassion, you would be practicing seeing a person as they truly are and not as their circumstance. So we are typically taught that compassion involves a person's circumstance, and Spirit's showing me and has shown me in the past that compassion is actually seeing through the person's issues and the things that they've activated for themselves on this planet, seeing beyond that and seeing them in their fullest light, seeing them as their true self, which is actually really beautiful. If you think about that for a minute, that's probably, it's the idea of namaste, to see somebody in their full light. So I want you to contemplate that and specifically on compassion, ask Spirit to show you more on compassion so that you can understand it to its fullest regard. I wish I could do the math on compassion. I wish I could do the math on compassion. Because if you could do the math, you would find the exact frequencies that make it up. You could take it apart and you would see what actually makes it up. And you would know the color scheme behind it and the geometry that plays from it, that comes from that subset of information. And it's probably quite fantastic to look at if you did the cymatics on it. If you took the sand and put it on the disc and played those tones, I would imagine it's absolutely beautiful. I'm actually stopping here in a place called Little America to gas up and use their restroom. So that's where I'm at on my journey on I-80 going across Wyoming. And I'm asking you to take time out of your day to look at compassion and ask Spirit for more information on compassion. Go inside your heart space. Years ago when I did this, I actually was really pissed off about some stuff with my mother, and she was in the active process of dying and during COVID, so of course nobody could get to her. And it was just a long story, huge mess. Long story short is I asked Yeshua to teach me compassion. Like literally teach me compassion, because I had zero for this human that was dying that gave birth to me. And what I was given was a ride with Yeshua and another, I think it was, I want to say it was John the Revelator, because that's what I was told at the time. And I was literally taken on a trip to somewhere, and I can't even relate the whole thing because I don't actually remember it. But what I was told was compassion is not what you think. That one's not working. Let me go around to another one. Compassion is not what you think at all. And we don't want to teach you compassion. You don't want us to do that to you. So let me show you what it feels like. So we went on this trip of them showing me what compassion could feel like. And it was a feeling that was so intense, it was undescribable. But it was a journey of relaying to and telling people, or looking at people as their trueness, not as their circumstance. And when I saw my mother that way, all of a sudden everything changed. So, I'm giving this to you as a key to activating your true nature, is to practice compassion in that regard. Contemplate it first and then go practice it. The other things that would be in this same line would be love. Everything that the Spirit is comprised of, love, peace, joy, right? They're not what we are taught on this planet, and I've talked about this a lot before. You are those things, you don't do those things. On this plane of existence, you can practice them. This is what I'm being told now, is to practice. So on this trip that I'm on, I'm going to actually walk in this place right now, and I'm going to practice compassion. And it doesn't mean feeling sorry for somebody or looking at somebody's circumstance. It means seeing them in their true light. It's an active set of frequencies that when played together, you're able to see through what the person's going through and see them as their trueness. Wow. I bless you. I hope you have a great day. I am enjoying this drive. I was kind of dreading it, but I'm enjoying it. I used to love driving like this. And since my death, I haven't been able to do it. So it was a little bit scary coming out here, but I'm actually starting to get in my groove. So thank you. Bless you. Share this video if it helps you. It might help somebody else. Like, and please comment. What are you thinking? What did you notice when I'm talking about that and you try and feel compassion that way? And some of you probably already know it just because of Namaste, that concept. Call it compassion. Go deeper into it. You're going to get closer to your true self. All right. Love you.